Right, hi, my name's George. I somehow managed to come at 9th place yesterday at Dartsford Regional playing Odion. This is just pure, I'm not playing Kashtira and I'm not playing Fiendsmith just because, well, to be honest, I just couldn't really be asked to pick up those cards in time. So we're just like, you know what, just going to rock pure, see where it goes. Somehow I came 9th place, so that's either a good, good benchmark for how good UK players are, or just how good I am as a player. You kind of decide. So playing triple man with Mark, Stratos for all the spells and traps. That mentions Temple of the Kings. 3 Nibs to Last Judge. This searches this out specifically. And this also has another effect. We can summon stuff out of the graveyard by returning 2 trap cards from the graveyard back to the bottom of the deck, as long as they've got different names. This is actually really good for like recursion, and it also doesn't actually activate, so even if you get dwellered, you can just summon this card out of the graveyard. But no one made dweller against me because, well, I'm guessing a lot of people didn't know what this deck even did. 1 Mystical Scorpion of Circuit. This card is just, this card's fine. It can special summon itself by banishing a level 10 from your deck. However, it can only special summon itself by, well, if you've already got Temple of the Kings. So it's like one of those extenders which requires like additional setup. So it's not really a starter by itself, which is why I'm only playing 1. Triple Temple of the Kings, Treasures of the Kings. This card is just insane. On activation, you set an Apophis trap card, then a soft once per turn. If you have 2 more sets for a trap card in your graveyard, add 1 monster that mentions Temple of the Kings from your deck to your hand. Basically any of these. The search effect's actually soft, which is relevant when you go past turn 1, which is kind of like the game plan with this deck. Because like past turn 1, you can then go like first action, effect search, slap down another one, and just search out another monster. So that at that point you've got like insane card advantage over your opponent. Terraforming search out, 1 Temple of the Kings. This card is fine. It's just so accessible throughout the course of the combo, so you only need 1. 1 Defense and Temple. I'm probably going to cut this card moving forward. I wanted just to test it out today, at the regional. So the whole combo with this is like you search this card out with Merciless Scorpion and Circuit, and then this card is basically Super Poly. You can also use monsters your opponent controls. If you control a monster that mentions Temple of the Kings. Your only real target, however, is this card, which requires 1 Circuit monster, which this is, plus a monster with 2500 less attack. And also, unlike Super Poly, your opponent can chain to it, which is kind of annoying, but, well, hey ho. Then for Apophis cards, I'm playing 2, 2, 1. I really did enjoy this ratio. I was originally playing 3 of this, but I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to cut it down to 2, just because it's so accessible anyway. And then once you've got it, like, all of them into recursion, like, they're just so easily just to, like, reset them and just, like, continue getting more advantage when you've got access to 1. Yeah, I was really happy with this ratio. One Azarine. I was kind of toying between the idea of playing this or the statue pattern. Ultimately decided on this, but the thing is, this card never really came up. The only time it came up was when I actually hard drew it. Because every time you're going into Silhouette Rabbit, most of the time I would much prefer just to get access to like more Apophis cards, just for more interaction. So even though this card is nice, probably not needed. I also decided on this over the Anguish pattern, I believe it is, just because this card's also level 4, so yeah, in a pinch you can use it for rank 4 plays. 1 Verdict of Anubis. I think it was like my round 5. This card just single-handedly won me a game. I used it against a Malice player after he activated a trap card, and I just like regated him with 3. What this card actually does though is if you have 3 more other spells and trap cards on your side of the field, which the trap cards do also count towards that count, When your opponent activates the Speller Trap, you can just negate the activation and destroy it. Then if you control Temple of the Kings on resolution, you can just Regeki your opponent. It's ridiculous. Then for extra consistency is 1 prosperity. Never drew this for the whole day. Would have liked to. Then 1 callboy to stop hand traps. Namely Ash, Imperm. Well, no, not Imperm. Ash, Failure, because we're just getting eaten alive by those cards. Next up, because this deck is absolutely dog water, we need to play a boatload of hand traps. So we're playing Training Perm through Purge. The reasoning for these is like they're also trap cards, so it's just like additional energy with the field spell. So that way you can just like set these and then just get access to some of your monsters via this. And also, if you are going second, the other activation requirement for this is if you've got a trap card in your grave, which of course if you activate an Imperm will go to graveyard. So it's just good synergy with the deck. Next up, 3 full loss. Yeah, card's fine. It's kind of needed. 3 Ash. I could probably see a world where I don't play this card, because like we don't really need Ash to stop more Charmies in this deck because you're not even doing that much. It's more there just to stop stuff like Duo Drive from resolving, but anyway. Triple Ogre. The amount of True Lights I hit yesterday was ridiculous with this card, and this card's crazy. And then 3 Nib. I'm probably going to cut this card moving forward. In hindsight, I kind of wish I played like Book of Moon or something, or with a defensive card. That's also proactive. And that's it, just for more interaction. So, even though this card is nice, probably not needed. I also decided on this over the Anguish passive, I believe it is. Just because this card's also level 4, so yeah, in a pinch you can use it for around 4 plays. 1 Verdict of Anubis. I think it was like my round 5. This card just single-handedly won me a game. I used it against a Malice player after he activated a trap card, and I just like Regeki'd him with 3. What this card actually does though is if you have 3 more other spells and trap cards on your side of the field, which the trap cards do also count towards that count, when your opponent activates the Speller Trap, you can just negate the activation and destroy it. Then if you control Temple of the Kings on resolution, you can just Regeki your opponent. It's ridiculous. Then for extra consistency is 1 prosperity. Never drew this for the whole day. Would have liked to. Then 1 callboy to stop hand traps. Namely Ash, Imperm. Well, no, not Imperm. Ash, Failure, because we're just getting eaten alive by those cards. Next up, because this deck is absolutely dog water, we need to play a boatload of hand traps. So we're playing Training Perm through Purge. The reasoning for these is like they're also trap cards, so it's just like additional energy with the field spell. So that way you can just like set these and then just get access to some of your monsters via this. And also, if you are going second, the other activation requirement for this is if you've got a trap card in your grave, which of course if you activate an Imperm will go to graveyard. So it's just good synergy with the deck. Next up, 3 full loss. Yeah, card's fine. It's kind of needed. 3 Ash. I could probably see a world where I don't play this card, because like we don't really need Ash to stop more Charmies in this deck because you're not even doing that much. It's more there just to stop stuff like Duo Drive from resolving, but anyway. Triple Ogre. The amount of True Lights I hit yesterday was ridiculous with this card, and this card's crazy. And then 3 Nib. I'm probably going to cut this card moving forward. In hindsight, I kind of wish I played like Book of Moon or something, or with a defensive card. That's also proactive. Then that's it for the main deck. Nice clean cut 40. As for the extra deck, for the actual cards I did actually summon throughout yesterday, 2 of this. This is a Contact Fusion. You're using 2 Apophis monsters and soft ones per turn, you can reset up to 3 Apophis traps from your graveyard back to your side of the field. So the whole idea is like just resetting like this and this. So then that way you kind of set up a negate for your opponent's turn, and then also during your opponent's turn you can then flip this up to then get access to another one. So basically the whole idea is like you're setting up for like what 2 negates during your opponent's turn. And this card's other effect is when a trap card is activated, on resolution, target card your opponent controls to destroy it. So basically this card alone allows you to set up like 2 negates of these plus a pop off like what? I mean, no, it's just ridiculous. Yeah, some of this card like pretty much every single game where I could. Yeah, this card's crazy. 1 Divine Scorpion Beast of Circuit. So obviously you can like super poly into this with the in-theme fusion spell. What this card actually does though, it's card is special summoned at the start or at the start of the damage step. Just target a face-up monster controls from the graveyard, banish it. And if you do, this card like gains attack equal to half that monster's original attack, and that's like permanent. And then this card can also make a second attack during each battle phase whilst level 10 or higher monster is banished. For the main deck circuit, to even summon it, you need to banish level 10 or higher. So it's either Nubis, Last Charge, or Nib. So this card, yeah, this card just gets 2 attacks. I actually won a couple of games just off this card alone. I got up to like 4k and then just went back phase attack. Opponent was like, yeah, okay. And then I was like, attack again. I was just like, wait, what? And then summoned, then played 2 Rabbit. The second did actually come up. Yeah, this card is necessary in this deck. Gets access to Angel Statue as Rune, or gets access to your Apophis traps. Everything else I didn't actually, I did summon this card a couple of times. It's more like in a pinch. Also what's actually quite nice in this deck is you can kind of summon this and then still play with all your spells and traps. So you can like summon this and then have like, what, 2 or 3 Apophis trap cards just tuning the Backrow, which is quite cute. And everything else I didn't actually summon. Never summoned this, never summoned this, never summoned this. I summoned this once actually. It's purely win more at that point though. Never summoned this, never summoned this, never summoned this, never summoned this, and never summoned this. The whole idea of Unicorn though is on paper. You can go like IP into Unicorn because all the Apophis traps do not actually affect monsters, so you can't even make SP with them. And then last up is for the side deck. We're on Triple Lancia, don't really need to explain that. Double Meows, Triple Priya, don't really need to explain any of these. Duster, Triple Evening, and last up is Triple Strike. When going first. The only probably thing which is probably a bit weird is the Evenly. The whole idea behind this is like, not only is it a ball breaker, but once you do activate it, it then goes into the graveyard, which means when you then slap down the field spell, you can then just search straight away the field spell because you've got even in the grave. It's pretty cute. Yeah, that's my stupid trap deck. Do not ask how I came 9th place. This deck is terrible, but I don't know. I guess I'm just like the best player in the UK. But yeah, cheers.